how's it going? I'm gonna do sea salt and watercolor, or watercolor and sea salt. I forget how I name it. I think it's it should be sea salt and watercolor because after it says featuring. So featuring the Pebeo watercolor paints, and I just swatched these. So that's on my channel already. Swatching with these, and I did make a mistake in that video. That yeah, I definitely remember that. Oh my gosh. Anyway, this is what they look like, and there is a little chart here. I mean, I could tell you just go watch my video so you can see. Yeah. It's got a little thing that fits over here, and I'm gonna move that little jobby there. And these little tabs that I think, there are no instructions, you know, so I think they go right there just so they stay in place, right? Just so there's a little label, and maybe to help preserve it while you're not using it. I don't know. It does have a thumb ring on the bottom right there, so you can take it with you wherever you go. It's got little wells in here. Has a comes with a free water brush pen. I just showed that, right? I think I just showed it. And it comes with a multi-liner pen. The brush pen is a, where's the multi-liner pen? I don't know anymore. Oh wait, there it is. This is a 0.2 nib, very, very tiny. And that's all. I think that's all I have to tell you. Okay, so it has been a while since I've done just watercolor paints with sea salt. I also bought from HEB sea salt, the white sea salt grinder, and the Himalayan pink salt. I do want to try it. Oh, and Pebeo, this Pebeo set also comes with a book of watercolor paper, 300 GSM, I think. And it sells for, right now, it's selling for $40.99 for the whole kit. It does have a pretty good, this is the swatching chart that I totally screwed up on here. Very good, vivid colors there, I would say, right? Cool. And I'm going to try the violet, of course, primary phthalo blue, and this indigo, which I highly suspect is not indigo. It has more of a green, especially when I put it down. It had a green look to it. I was like, oh. That's why I was like, in the video, I was counting. Like, is that right? Am I? Oh my gosh. Okay, so I've never done a sea salt and watercolor with the Himalayan pink salt. Also, I need to cut this in half. And I'm going to, I think I'm going to wet the paper first. We're going to do a wet, I don't have my wash brushes. Oh, you know, hello, Tammy. You need a sprayer. You need a spray bottle of water. There will be lots of mistakes in this video. I'm just warning you right now. Let it buckle. Okay. Regular water. And then also, I'm going to use just the plain water. So that's another thing I noticed in my video, the Artistro experiment, is that I put down the other one, vegetable glycerin and water, and then later I had to re-wet it because I forgot to put the salt on. I cannot believe I did that. Oh, wait. Wait. I was like, ooh, look at that, you know? And I totally forgot to... I'm sorry. Okay, we're doing the white. Oh, man. One thing to be careful of is these are twist off. That was almost a disaster. Oh, instant. I'm just kind of looking on the side here, ducking down to look. I want to make sure, like, this looks like it has nothing on it. These are refillable bottles, so I almost screwed off the lid, and wow, there's a lot of salt on there. Maybe too much. So, to sop up, there's a lot of ponding there. A lot. This is not buckling because I think I have too much water. Cool. What is that? A dust kitty hanging on? The sign that this is watercolor, that these are watercolor paints and not... That is, this is 300 GSM paper, and it did buckle when I did the wash. Okay, so I want to use this one, which is the Himalayan pink salt one, with the same colors. And, you know, I'm going to... I'm also going to do plain water again. So I'm going to get that one out of the way. I'm not going to use the vegetable. And, oh, I'm so torn. Like, I want to do... Okay, I'm going to do this one. I'm going to do the vegetable glycerin mixed in with water. Gotta shake it. Gotta shake it. Okay. And I'm going to spray this with regular water right now. Yeah, probably too much, but that's okay. That's okay. We're just gonna do it. And this, I'm gonna use the big brush. And I'm gonna start with Indigo. Okay, let me do this. I had to turn off the camera so that Blue could use the facilities. That makes a lot of noise. He makes a lot of noise when he's using it. You can definitely see that texture. And Himalayan pink salt. It's really a hit or miss thing when you do the grinder. So I'm just going to do it on the mat there, grind it on the mat, and then put it here. That's a lot. That is quite a bit, yep. I never know if I put on too much or too little, or, you know, I always say that too, every video. Okay, we're going to let both of those dry. And this one I put under, or put two. Now, while I was off camera, while the cat was using the facilities, which he's still using, actually I think he's done now, I did touch up some of the purple, like add a little bit more purple to it, just on the edges here. This stuff was already there. And then this one I didn't touch, I just put it on. Well, I did kind of touch it with the paper towel because it was starting to pond on the corners. So I kind of dabbed that up a little bit. So you can see where it's light there and there. That's where I was dabbing at that. So this one does not seem to be pooling or ponding. Let's see if I can. It is at the edge there. So I'm going to I think it's inevitable that I'm going to remove some of the color there on the edge. And I'm okay with that because, you know, it's still going to be an awesome picture. And if I want to frame it, maybe I do want to take the edge off. I don't know. Oh, let me see. So I'm going to put this right there. Okay. So these have to dry, and I will be back to take the salt off. And so I want to, like, this one is pink. Himalayan pink salt. Do I have to mark it? Probably. I'm just going to do it here. P.S. P.S.S. Pink sea salt. And then this is just S.S. So I'm just going to... You didn't see it, but I labeled it. Labeled the paper towels. Okay. I'll be back. Okay, man, it has been a while. How long's it been? Maybe an hour or more to dry these. I had the fan on medium to dry these, and still it took a while. Okay, also I switched them around. I believe when I turned off the camera, right before I turned off the camera, I was like, it was like this. So, and I did add water with vegetable glycerin here, WWVG. Okay, then I put pink right there because I wrote white right there. Water and white sea salt, water with vegetable glycerin, and Himalayan pink salt, pink sea salt. It is a sea salt. Oh, it just says pink salt. Also, both of these do not have the iodide in there, so I'm using them strictly for the sea salt stuff. And I want to take a look at, these are dry. I want to say kind of dry. Not 24 hours dry. But I want to take a good look at this to see if there is any yellowing. Do you see any yellowing effect? Especially, what can I point? What can I use to point? Just a minute. This part right here. Is there any kind of... There is no yellowing. So maybe it was the old salt that created that? I guess I would have to test it. So when I turned off the camera, so many things went through my mind. You know, one of them was, this isn't really, it's not really a test. I'm just creating some background pictures. Basically, I love doing the watercolor and sea salt. I hate that it takes so long to dry these things. But, oh, we're going to look at this one too. This has, as you can tell, much more purple in it. More of the violet in there than anything. So, let's see, we might have, there's a little bit of the indigo right there. I don't see any kind of yellowing. I'm just going to go after the areas that are showing bluish there, right there. I don't see any kind of yellowing. And also, just remember that this is the pink salt. So, it's not, it just appears dirty. Oh, that's a S. I gotta show some skin, so to speak. For that to stay focused. I don't see it. I don't see anything like that. No yellowing. Also, what I was thinking of, maybe I should have made one picture with green in it, like maybe the permanent green, maybe I should have used. So, I mean, if I was doing a test of this to see if the new salt, or the newer salt rather, would create any kind of yellowing or anything like that. And then, you know, just to do it like that. Green, use green in the picture. But I didn't want to use green in the picture. I just wanted to see what kind of effect the paints would have on this. And I think the reason it took so long to dry, much longer than the last time I did this, was because I wet the paper first, then I put the paint on there with even more water, and then I sprayed it. So this one always takes longer to dry because the water with vegetable glycerin is a kind of oil. It's water soluble, but it's still a kind of oil, and it's going to take a little bit longer to dry. So I'm not going to do that one first. I'm going to scrape this one, and I'm totally looking forward to the colored salt because I'm already getting colored salt here. This is the pink, but it's still colored salt. So I'm gonna get out my little salt container and not really, you know, dwell on that too much, I guess. This is the salt we have now. It's getting a little full there. I might have to... I don't know what I'm going to have to do. And I'm not using the big bone folder or the little bone folder scraper. Just a minute. Maybe I should use that. You hear that scraping? That means there is a lot of the fine salt. I'm just gonna move that over. And I did see a lot of the fine salt on there when I was taking a good old close-up look at that. Any yellow? Maybe this is raining. very much so. Just to give you an idea what that sounds like without salt on it. Lots of shimmeriness going on, all the fine. This is very, very rough here. Let me see if I can... You see that shimmer there in the corner? Right there. Very cool. Man, that's cool. Okay, that was the water with white sea salt. Yeah, man. I'm excited. Oh, I guess you want to see what it looks like. Other than just looking for the fine salt patches. It's probably... No. No. Is there any yellowing there? Do you see any yellowing at all? I mean, it is... Just a minute. I do have the... I have these. Look at that. Look at that. Very noticeable. Very noticeable even on that. On these. The green. You see why I didn't want to do... That's why I didn't want to do the... the green. Because I didn't want that to occur. Okay, so I thought just stick to blues and purples and violets. Okay, let's do... this one. I'm gonna put that aside there. These are bigger chunks, I guess. I'm just barely scraping that paper towel so they don't go backward. Didn't I say I think I put too much on this? I think I said that. Any kind of incidental noises you might hear in the background are the cats. As soon as I turned off the camera, I had to give Blue an SNACK because he was down here already. I knew he would be. I just putzed. Lots of putzing. Thought that was a cat hair, is it? It's hard to say. Also, this isn't making as much noise as the other one, so maybe that, the oil too might have something to do with it. And this we have, it seems, maybe darker colors, but I think that's likely due to the pink, the minerals to make the salt pink. Wow, that is great. I really want to try even the King Art watercolor markers and the Artistro ones to see, with the Himalayan pink salt, to see if the salt brings, you know, if the color is soaked up by the salt. Usually it pushes it away, and it did push it away, but it also, you know, attaches itself, the color attaches itself to the salt as well. I know that sounds like, no, that can't be right. It sounds like it can't be right, but it is. Okay, so we have this one. Oh, I'm sorry. Losing my mind here. Don't mind me. I do have to label them. Now, did I pay any attention as to... I didn't get all of the salt off. If you see any pictures, tell me in the comments. Any... right there. Somebody's hair, glasses. Oh my gosh, that looks so cool. This one looks really cool with the... I really think the design comes from the water with the vegetable glycerin in it. That's what I think, because they're both technically salt. Both sea salt of sorts. That is cool too. There's something here like eye, giant head. This could be a dinosaur. There are a lot of... There's a fish right there. There are a lot of different animals in here. That is wild. Because you want to look at it all from all directions, even diagonally. Of course, I have to go down a little. Now, where was it like this? I can't remember. This one. Right there's a face. Not necessarily a human face, by the way. Oh, right there. Right there. Looks like a neck, like a t-shirt, you know, with a collar. Wow. Little faces, I see all kinds of little faces. This is like 3D looking, almost like a dragonfly. And lots of little burst flowers, you know? Flowers that look like they're... That is so cool. I want to do it this way with... Really, I can't tell. I have no idea. I think it's like... I think this is cool. Yeah, so the Pebeo paints make an awesome... The awesome designs here. So this is like this bursting, I think, is coming courtesy of the water with vegetable glycerin. And then just the normal, so-called normal effect with just plain old water. That is wild. Okay. So, if you have any comments, please let me know. If you have any questions about this process, let me know. You just need either watercolor markers or watercolor paint and some salt. And you don't, it doesn't have to be in a grinder. If you can get the coarse, I guess medium coarse would be fine, you know, but fine is going to, it's going to stay down there. The fine salt is going to make the paper feel very rough. But it also give it like a little bit of a shine. So if you're okay with that, then you could just use plain old regular table salt. It doesn't have to be sea salt. And see what kind of effects you get with it. Please comment, like, share, and subscribe. Thanks for watching, and have a creative day. Bye.